MP, Leader of the Independence Group in Parliament, Honourable Derek Sogavare MP, Members of Parliament, Constitutional Post Holders, Commissioner of Police, Provincial Premiers, Mayor of the Honourable City Council, Councillor Andrew Moore, Heads and Members of the Diplomatic Corps and our development partners, representatives of the Solomon Islands Christian Association, Chairman, Executive and members of the Solomon Islands Chamber of Commerce, heads of sanitary organizations, church leaders and clergies, senior government officials, ladies and gentlemen, traditional chiefs and community leaders, and of course fellow Solomon Islanders and friends of Solomon Islands. Greeting and a good morning to each and every one of you present here today at home and those listening out in the provinces. Let me first take this opportunity to wish our people and our beloved country, Solomon Islands, of course, our happy 39th Independence Anniversary. Acknowledge that some of our people, for various reasons, are not able to join us in our celebrations today. They passed on, and of course including those in the hospitals and those incarcerated. Our prayers and thoughts are with you. Today we gather to celebrate 39 years of nationhood. 39 years ago, on the 7th of July 1978, our First Lady solemnly declared to the world our choice and determination to champion our own destiny. However, as we all take part in celebrating our 39th Independence Anniversary, it is important that we take a moment to pause and reflect on how we have progressed as a nation in the last 39 years. Such reflection is necessary for us to identify our weaknesses and our strengths in support of moving forward. Since gaining independence, we have encountered many challenges and opportunities. The history of Solomon Islands shows that within each decade, the Solomon Islands is met with nation-defining challenges. It began with the Declaration of Independence on the 7th of July 1978. Firstly, in 1988, our people of Gorogal marched and presented the demands to the Prime Minister then. Secondly, in 1999, the civil unrest began in Gorogal. Thirdly, in 2006, the April riots of Chinatown, and in 2017, of course, Ramsey exits from our shores. And as many of you will agree with me, our challenges are there to teach us how to overcome and provide us with the opportunity to demonstrate the strength we can find in unity. However, of the many challenges that we endured as a nation, the events of 1999 were the darkest in the history of Solomon Islands. Unfortunately for Solomon Islands, the Regional Assistance Mission to Solomon Islands, Ramsey, was dispersed and helped us back on our 2 feet. It was only a week ago, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, that our nation stood together to say thank you and farewell to Ramsey after 14 years of operation, by appreciating and recognizing the fact that Ramsey had assisted us to restore law and order, as well as help us to strengthen government institutions which were severely compromised during the civil unrest. The challenges today is what will we make of tomorrow? And fellow citizens, that is why our theme for this year's celebration is taking charge after the end of Ramsey. And while also acknowledging Ramsey and the wonderful achievements of Ramsey, the time has come for us to take responsibility for our own future. As such, taking charge after the end of Ramsey is our pledge to move this nation forward together. And so this year's theme must be reflective of the desire of our people to progress our beloved Solomon Islands toward peace and prosperity. Inclusive in the pledge are the principles of unity, determination, pride, and partnership. This post-Rumsey pledge shall be built upon the acceptance of our rich, diverse cultures and our determination to take our nation to new heights. This pledge must reflect the respect that we have for our laws and to each of our brothers and sisters. This pledge is our commitment to walk together despite our diversity and our own shortcomings. This pledge is our determination that tomorrow will be a brighter day and that the future will be ours to command. My good people of Solomon Islands, the past must be left where it is, in the past, to serve only as a reminder of what we must strive never to repeat. The future is where we are going. Let us not be burdened by factors designed to keep us dwelling in our past. We must rise above past challenges and move on together. By doing so, and only then, can we chart a better way forward. The Democratic Coalition for Change government is committed to ensuring that the government effectively delivers its services to our nation. It is continually equally committed to delivering its policy intentions to ensure a prosperous Solomon Islands. The accomplishment of policy objectives is no easy task. It requires, amongst others, the collective support of all Solomon Islanders in availing their land for development. It requires a strong working partnership between resource owners, the provincial and national government. The bottom line is we must be unified as one nation, and one nation if we are to succeed in collective endeavors. I make this plea to our people of Solomon Islands. We must take pride in all that we do. Pride in that we are all Solomon Islanders. It is disheartening to see that we only call ourselves Solomon Islanders in sporting arenas such as Pacific Games or Commonwealth Games when we stand behind the one flag or when we are on foreign soil. However, upon our return to our Solomon Islands, our individualism prevails and our sense of nationalism diminishes. And now I'm from Choice, I'm from Guadalcanal, I'm from Moit, and I'm from Timor. Where is our nationalism? Does being a Solomon Islander only apply when we are overseas? My people, this must end today. We are Solomon Islanders, and we must be proud of that fact. We cannot move into the future if we are not unified. And I'm a Solomon Islander, and so are you. You are not from Renobolona, you are not from Isabel, but you are a Solomon Islander who calls Solomon Islands home. And we must not allow ourselves to be divided. To change the Solomon Islands, we must first be one people, united under one flag. We are born Solomon Islanders, and we will die Solomon Islanders. This is our pride. Cherish and protect it. And I assure you that if our pride is centered, we will carry our beloved nation into the future, and no one will dare stop us. Some of us choose to be spectators, while some of us turn the wheels of this country. Some of us take action and make things happen, while some of us choose to only sit back and criticize the actions of others. Enough of this unnecessary bickering, and let us stand together to move this country to heights we have never seen. President George W. Bush coined the famous phrase in the war on terror, either you are with us or against us. But a better term can be borrowed from Eldridge Cleaver, that either you are part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And not to forget the famous words of the President John F. Kennedy that will always resound with nation building. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. But being part of the solution is not sitting down and making small talk. It is about standing up for a better tomorrow, making innovative approaches to address issues that affect the livelihood of those most affected, and that is our people. The theme also reminds us that we need our friends who are residing in the country with us, either as investors, development partners, non-government organizations. church workers, and regional organizations in our endeavor to develop this country. No man is an island, so the saying goes. And so we are part of the regional and international community, all nations. And our good friends have already indicated their pledge to continue their support towards the future of our beloved Solomon Islands, and I thank them very much. It is at this juncture that I would like to take this opportunity to convey my deepest appreciation to our international partners. To mention a few, in particular, Australia, European Union, Japan, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Republic of China, United Kingdom, and United Nations for the continued support towards the people of Solomon Islands. Thank you for standing by us and for pledging to continue to stand by us as we venture into the future, which we also extend to our other Melanesians, Polynesians, and Micronesian family of nations. Our solidarity is our strength. The private sector, of course, has always been the main driver of growth of our country. Despite the challenges brought about by the high cost of doing business in Solomon Islands, the private sector has tirelessly and faithfully taken this country to new heights year by year. And I thank you very much. As a matter of fact, the government is fully conscious of the fact that sustainable growth must have as its driving force the unhindered growth of the private sector. It is for this reason that the government takes on economic growth and effective service delivery as the primary focus of its policies. The recent signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Solomon Islands government and the Solomon Islands Chamber of Commerce and Industry is testament of the government's vision of partnering with the private sector. The public-private partnership modality is the vision for our future, and the government is committed towards ensuring that private sector continues to be an equal partner behind the driving force to development in our beloved Solomon Islands. Innovation is the future. Our people are skilled and innovative in their own unique ways. The challenge is for a public and private partnership that will enhance the innovative capabilities of ordinary Solomon Islanders. We are smart, and so the government, in partnership with the Chamber, the Solomon Islands Chamber of Commerce and Industry, will be embarking on programs designed to enhance the innovative capabilities of the people of this country. As part of the Democratic Coalition for Change government's vision for the future, the government will be also prioritizing policies, in particular to focus on our youths and women. Today, 60% of the total population are persons from 1 year old to 35 years old. Their dependency ratio is a staggering 80%. As such, it is only fitting that the government policies are redirected to ensure that they are factored into the development planning by any government of the day. The future of a country will be defined on how we nurture and invest in the next generation. As you will have heard by now, the Solomon Islands will be hosting the Pacific Games in 2023. The government is committed to this cause, and this commitment is evident through the passing of the Pacific Games 2023 Act this year, and which effectively commits government resources. We will build new stadiums, we are building new infrastructures, and will show to the international community that we are capable of hosting a spectacular event. And on this note, I would like to acknowledge the Republic of China for agreeing to be our biggest partner in this endeavor, and to the government of New Zealand for commencing work on the upgrading of the multi-purpose hall to the Pacific Games standard. Thank you very much. And we also assured our development partners that the upgrading of Onion main roads and the upgrading of Onion International Airport will be completed in time before the hosting of the Games. And for this, we acknowledge the people and government of Japan. Taking charge of our future means opening up our resources for development. And today, various developments have sprouted in various corners of Solomon Islands. But this is not enough. We are a country richly laden with resources, and we have the potential to flourish, but we are yet to achieve our full potential. The government has embarked on development projects in parts of Solomon Islands, the most significant ones being the Tina Hydro Dam project, the submarine cable, the opening of Gold Reach, upgrading of our domestic and international airports, and the expansion of our international ports facilities, to name a few. Other national endeavours, development projects which include Pina Harbour, Isabel Nicol and Repel have been hindered by disputes and litigation. The government has embarked on a comprehensive land reform program to address the underlying issues preventing us realising the potentials of these projects. The government has also embarked on a policy reprioritisation exercise in which policy priorities have been refocused to essential policy areas that will streamline delivering and targeting economic growth, narrowed down to essential policy areas. This policy reprioritisation will place emphasis on areas such as agriculture, youth, women, security and the productive sector as a whole. Budget allocations will be realigned on these priority policy areas, and the ministries have been directed to ensure that their budgets are affected accordingly. The government is committed to the implementation of the TRC report. The government is currently pursuing the prioritisation and sequencing of the recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, and soon government will finalise a report on the status of the Guadalcanal bona fide demands and related demands from other provinces and bodies who have suffered one way or another from the Bougainville crisis and the civil unrest from 1998 to 2002. These two reports will be tabled in Parliament later this year for Parliament's discussion. And we are doing this because a serious understanding about the causes of war is key to understanding how lasting peace can be achieved. Government recognises the need to develop a reparation policy, and it is expected that these two reports will already be providing valuable inputs to the development of the reparation policy. Government is further committed to develop and implement a reparation program as a way of implementing the reparation policy. Government will work closely with experts in collaboration with other state agencies, development partners and non-state entities to finalise the draft reparation policy. And we will hold consultations with other stakeholders, including victims, former combatants, churches, non-government organisations and other service providers before finalising the policy. This is scheduled to be completed by early next year. In that regard, the Office of the Prime Minister is now working very closely with the United Nations Development Programme to recruit an international reparation expert to work on finalising the reparation policy. And the next step is to translate the reparation policy into a reparation bill. A reparation bill is scheduled to be tabled in the National Parliament by early 2018. A reparation law is essential, as it will establish a reparation commission that will be an independent body to administer the reparation programs. It is this commission that will, in consultation with stakeholders, develop a comprehensive reparation plan. The comprehensive reparation plan will include the establishment of a victims registry, which will record the victims of the conflict and the nature of the harm they suffer. Putting together such a registry will be challenging, given the number of years since the conflict. But this is an important task that will guide the administration of reparation. The Reparation Commission, through the Minister of National Unity, Reconciliation and Peace, will administer the establishment of a victims registry. The government will be putting before Parliament the traditional governance bill that seeks to enhance and empower our traditional chiefs and local customary authorities. My people of Solomon Islands, let me once again reiterate that we will take charge of our beloved Solomon Islands, and we will rise because we are one people, one nation. We are Solomon Islanders, and Solomon Islands is our home. May God bless Solomon Islands from shore to shore. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure of announcing the Honours and Awards 2017. Solomon Islands medal silver goes to the following: Selauru Loaboy for long and dedicated service to the government and people of Solomon Islands in community development. Mr. Victor John Waia for long and dedicated service to the government and people of Solomon Islands in the field of sports development. Mr. Sotereria for long and dedicated service to the government and people of Solomon Islands in the development of health promotion in the community. Mr. Samuel Capeta for long and dedicated service to the government and people of Solomon Islands. The Solomon Islands Meritorious Medal, Mr. Jaffa Hiru, for long and dedicated service to the government and people of Solomon Islands in the field of primary school teaching and community development. Ms. Lydia Yao, for dedicated service and commitment to the government and people of Solomon Islands in the fields of primary school education and community development. Thank you very much, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
The Commission will now invite the Prime Minister to his seat.